हृदयानि मोचयामि। हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees. Is Krishna audible? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Is audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Okay.
Audible.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees for Purusottam month Srimad Bhagavatam special session. Today we are in the 15th day and we'll be starting the 6th canto, and we'll be covering today's first chapter to 9th chapter. And for this special class, we have very fortunate to have His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu with us. And in Kanya Desh, all the devotees knows about Prabhuji. Prabhuji is our zonal secretary and is the president of Tirupati ISKCON temple, and is very senior Vaishnava, and we are very fortunate to have Prabhuji with us on this very auspicious month of Purusottam Mass. So we are very eager to hear from Prabhuji about this 6th canto, first 9 chapters. We all together, we will welcome Prabhuji by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Revati Raman Prabhu, you can start.
Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, what the picture is not clear. Some reddish color you are getting.
I know. I know. This is the one.
Because of the light, it
Not
seems.
only that, even the light also. Yeah, this, of course, the house is.
Yes, yes, this is because light.
Yeah,
okay,
light.
okay.
That's okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hankering. They are hankering for gratification. We all have been reading and joining to see Swamiji's videos.
So I can start now?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can start. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for the opportunity given to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, especially this month, Purusottam Mass, very, very sacred month, very wonderful month. So it'll enhance our devotion very nicely. So, of course, Mani Bhushan Prabhu has given the topics for me to discuss. And I'll try, because it's too big it is actually. Oh, wow, first chapter to 9 chapters, I don't know how much I can cover. I'll try my best to cover. So I've taken one verse from 6th canto, first chapter, 56th verse, Ajamila. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ayam hi Shuta Sampanna Sheelavitta Gunalayaha Dritavrato Dhamta Satyavan Matra Vichuhu. So the translation and the purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the beginning, this Brahmana named Ajamila studied all the Vedic literatures. He was a reservoir of good character, good conduct, and good qualities. Firmly established in executing all the Vedic injunctions, he was very mild and gentle, and he kept his mind and senses under control. Furthermore, he was always truthful. He knew how to chant the Vedic mantras and is also very pure. Ajamila was very respectful to his spiritual master, the fire god, guests, and the elderly members of his household. Indeed, he was free from false prestige. He was upright, benevolent to all living entities, and well behaved. He would never speak nonsense or envy anyone. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The order carriers of Yamaraja, the Yamadutas, are explaining the factual position of the piety and the impiety, and how a living entity is entangled in this material world. Describing the history of Ajamila's life, the Yamadutas relate that in the beginning he was a learned scholar of Vedic literature. He was well behaved, neat, and clean, and very kind to everyone. In fact, he had all good qualities. In other words, he was like a perfect Brahmana. A Brahmana is expected to be perfectly pious, to follow all regulative principles, and to have all good qualities. The symptoms of piety are explained in these verses. Sri Viraraghava Acharya comments that Dhritavrata means Dhritam Vratam Sri Sangha Rahityatmaka Brahmachari Rupam. In other words, Ajamila followed the rules and regulations of celibacy as a perfect brahmachari and was very soft-hearted, truthful, clean, and pure. How he fell down in spite of all these good qualities and thus came to be threatened with punishment by Yamaraja will be described in the following verses. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shvati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prashani Nirvishesha Chunyavadi Paschyata Desthani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande Hare Hare Bol. So, very nice to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam in Purusottam month is wonderful. Because people don't know how important this month is. People don't know how important Srimad Bhagavatam is. General mass of people, they don't know this. They're suffering, so much suffering. As Bhagavatam explains, Anartho Pasamam Saksha, Bhakti Yogam Adokshari, Lokasya Jahanata Vidvams, Chakre Satata Samhitam, Anartho Pasamam Saksha. These problems, what we face, miseries in this material world, actually superfluous to us. We're not supposed to. And it's got nothing to do with us. But the illusion is so powerful, we suffer. But this can be mitigated. How? Bhakti Yoga Adokshaji. By Bhakti Yoga to Supreme Lord Krishna. Lokasya Ajahanato Vidvams. But this Loka, common people, they don't know this. They suffer so much. The moment you practice Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Yoga, what happens? One becomes free, very happy. But people don't know this. Lokasya Ajahanato Vidvams. Chakre Satvata Samhitam. Lokasya Ajahanato, but the people don't know this. How to be happy. Common people, Lokasya Ajahanato, they don't know. Vidvams, Vyasadeva. Chakre Satvata Samhitam is scripted Srimad Bhagavatam about the Supreme Lord. So by reading the Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam, what happens? Yasyam vai shruyamanaya Krishne paramapurushe bhaktir utpadyate pumsaha shoka moha bhaya apaha. The moment shruyamanaya, the moment he hears Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source, it's about Bhagavatam, is about what? Krishne paramapurushe, about Krishna, paramapurusha. Bhaktir utpadyate pumsaha. That person who's hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, in his heart, bhakti utpadyate, manifests. When this bhakti is manifested, what happens? Shoka, lamentation, moha, illusion, bhaya, fear, apaha, is vanquished. That is the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Manibhushan Prabhu has selected this one so nicely. I saw the whole month how nicely it's planned to cover all the topics. That's great. That's wonderful. I was very happy. Generally, late night, I don't give class. 9 o'clock, I'll be in the bed because next day morning, Mangalarti. I never miss Mangalarti. I get up 2:30 in the morning, but I took a chance. Let me see. Let me see. So, you see about Ajamila. Ajamila fell down. You know Ajamila story. We all know Ajamila story. He fell down very badly. Why he fell down very badly? Woman. Illusion. Attraction. What is holding us in this material world? Srila Prabhupada says, attraction between opposite genders. That is the one which is holding us in this material world, nothing else. Like a prisoner is held in the prison house by iron bars. But we are held by this desire for opposite gender, kama. Ajamila had such wonderful qualities. Shruti Sampanna. He knew all the Vedas, but still he fell down. Still he fell down. Why? He never had Sangha. When he went to the forest, he was alone. He was alone. When he saw this woman and the Shudra together hugging each other, Ajamila got disturbed. But he tried to remember the instructions of the scriptures. But that never helped him actually. That's why sadhana is so important. With the devotees, we should perform sadhana. Mind takes us away. Ajamila tried not to gaze at the woman. Oh, I'll not look at her. But in the mind, he was looking. He strained to control his lusty desires. He struggled to control the lusty desires. He used his knowledge, but he failed. He lost all good sense. Krishna says, this is the Maya. Dayamesha gunamayi mamamaya durjaya. Mameva prapadante mayamaitam tarantite. Arjuna, this divine energy of mind, 3 modes of material nature, is divine energy and it's very, very, very difficult to cross. But it's possible. How is it possible? By surrendering unto me. The surrender process is chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Everything starts from chanting and honoring prasadam. Tongue is the main thing. So Ajamila tried his best. But he could not. What he did in the course of time, he got this prostitute to the house as a maid servant. And he sent his wife away. Just with this prostitute, that's nothing else. He broke all the rules and regulations of the Holy Scriptures. He became very unclean. He was addicted to many bad habits, vices. He maintained a family by harassing others, cheating, gambling, theft, whatnot. Such a Brahmana with such nice qualities, he fell down very badly. But with this prostitute, he had 10 children. The last child name was Narayana. Narayana. Generally, the last child is very dear to mother and father. They pamper a lot, the last child. So the Ajamila was so busy calling him, Narayana, come here. Narayana, go there. Narayana, sit down. Narayana, have your food. So he's attached to him, always chanting Narayana. How come he got the name Narayana, that boy? Ajamila is not all that intelligent, nor his wife, to name him Narayana. It's the mercy of his sadhu. Why the sadhu gave the mercy? Because Ajamila did a lot of devotional service before, when he was young, with his father. So there's a sadhu by name Lomasa Rishi. Lomasa Rishi, very wonderful devotee. Sadhu. Lomasa Rishi. Lomasa is hair. He has so much hair in the body. Every year one hair is to fall from his body. So it's known as Lomasa. This Lomasa Rishi had an itching problem. When he's doing tapas, body used to itch a lot. He has to scratch. That was disturbing him a lot. So he contacted one of his friend, a sadhu, another Rishi. I am suffering like this. Can you help me out, please? Can you help me? And he said, yes. One thing I'll suggest to you. You just look at a person who is very, very sinful person. You take his remnants. That means this prasadam. What? I should take a prasadam of a sinful person? Yes, do that. Your itching will go away. So Lomasa Rishi, with his divine power, he came to know, yes, Ajamila is the most sinful person. So he went to Ajamila's house. Ajamila was not there. His wife was there. So he told his wife, I want some food. Wife saw Ajamila's wife, prostitute. Oh, Sadhu has come to my house. Let me cook something. She started cooking. He said, no, no cooking. Water is left out. Your husband remnants I want. She was shocked. What? Husband's remnants? My husband, such a sinful person. His remnants? Yeah, I want only his remnants. Please do me a favor. I want only his prasad, his remnants. No problem. Please take it. She gave. And he had to eat. After eating, he started walking away, thanking her. In no time, all the itching was gone. Itching was gone. He was free, comfortable. Wow, this really worked. This really worked. But I have not given anything to them in return. So he went back to give something to her. Oh, lady, what can I give for you? Oh, Sadhu, anything. I don't need anything. It's a service. We have done some service to you. We are very low-class people. That time, she was carrying a small baby. What is the child's name, the boy's name? She gave some middle name. Oh, don't. Keep the boy, call the boy as Narayana. Okay, Sadhu, we'll call him Narayana. So he was called Narayana. Chanting Narayana, 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 Narayana. Ajamila was building up Sakriti. He came to the level of Nama Bhashya. We know Aparadh stage, Nama Bhashya, and Shuddharama. Aparadha stage, we know, chanting with a lot of offenses, 10 offenses, with a lot of anarthas, Putinati, Nishiddhachara, Pranihimsa, Puja, Labha, Pratishta, 6 main anarthas, full of that we chant. Ajamila came to Nama Bhashya. He was chanting. When he called out Narayana, when Yamakinkaras came, able to snatch his body when he was 80 plus. Ajamila was a Brahmana. He knew Yamakinkaras. Oh, Yamakinkaras have come to take me. No. I'm a Brahmana. But Yamakinkaras, very hoarse voice, ugly looking, terrible. They said, no, you got to come with us now. You sinner, you got to come with us now. Ajamila said, no, I'm not a sinner. Please understand. You are a sinner. He was so scared looking at the Yamakinkaras. He looked all around and he saw his son playing nearby, Narayana. So he called out, oh, Narayana. With a lot of fear, without any offense, he called Narayana. The moment he called Narayana, who came there? Vishnudutas, beautifully decorated with lotus flower garland. Beautiful dress, Shanku Chakra Gada Padma. In the hand, Shanku Chakra Gada Padma. With a smile, they came and they stopped. Hey, you cannot take him. He's not a sinner. Sir, who are you? Trying to stop us? He is a sinner. He has done so many horrible things. We got to take him for punishment. Yamaraja, you will decide what to do with him. We have to take. No, he has not sinned anything. All the sins are gone. Sir, who are you? Trying to stop us? He said, we are Vishnudutas. Oh, I see. You're the devotees of Narayana. Yes. Anybody at the time of death calls Lord's name offenselessly, Narayana, Govinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, job is done. Job is done. One will become free from all sinful reactions and he makes advancement immediately in spiritual life and will start engaging in devotional service. So chanting is the easiest process. Very easy process. Later, Yamakangara were advised by Yamadharmaraja. What he said? Etavaneve lokosmin pumsa dharma parasmataha bhakti yoga bhagavati tannama grahanadibi. Actually, devotional service, beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is the ultimate religious principle for all human beings. Chanting Hare Krishna mantra is the ultimate religious principle for all human beings. This was told by Yamaraja to Yamakinkara. Etavaneve lokosmin pumsa dharma. Pumsa means human beings. Dharma, the real dharma is prasmitaha. Bhakti yoga bhagavati tannama grahanadibi. Chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Chanting Govinda Nama Sankirtana. So this way, devotees got to chant. Chant very carefully, very nicely, with a lot of efforts. That is the thing. We have got to focus. We all chant our Lords, but you've got to focus. This way. Focusing is very difficult. Like how we should focus, very serious matter it is. That may come anytime. That may come anytime. How many have seen this bullfighting? In Spain they play, right? The bullfighting is very famous. The bull is attacking the person and he holds the red cloth. He'll twist and turn. He'll avoid the bull. If he gets a knock from the bull, he may die. So he's so careful with the bullfight. Bull. Correct? If you just imagine that time when the bull is attacking him, he takes the mobile phone and sees the WhatsApp. What will happen? You got to be very cautious, totally focused on the bull. Like that, just imagine, we are chanting, I see my WhatsApp. We are chanting, I'll do something else. We are chanting. That is not good chanting. Chanting means just focus, that's all, nothing else. We and Krishna's name, that's all. There's no difference between Krishna's name. Abhinuttam Nama Naminaha. Krishna and Krishna's name are the same. So, but very difficult to understand that. Why? Atha Krishna Namadi Nabhave. Grahayam Indriyai. Sevamukehi Jivado Swayam Eva Pratyadha. Krishna's name with the material senses is very difficult to appreciate or understand. But it's possible. How? Keep on chanting. Keep on honoring the prasadam. Keep on honoring the prasadam, keep on chanting, then things will change. The tongue is the most powerful. Like you see the big ships. Big ship is controlled by a small rudder. Rudder will be responsible. Hold the rudder, the captain holds the rudder, it turns right, the entire ship turns right. The captain holds the rudder, turns left, entire ship turns left. The entire huge ship is controlled by 2 feet wooden rudder. Like that, the entire body is controlled by this 2 inches tongue. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare. But if we keep on chanting with a lot of offenses, then it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Bahujanma kare yadi Sravana Kirtana. Tabadana Paya Krishna, Pade Premadana. For millions of years, we keep on chanting Hare Krishna mantra with a lot of offenses. But bhakti will never come. We should have full faith in the name and chant properly. Our chanting is according to the quality of our faith in chanting. We should have full faith. We should become, first thing we should focus. Morning we read, right? 10 offenses. Always we talk 10 offenses. What is perfect chanting? One who is free from the 10 offenses is perfect chanting. We have to avoid the 10 offenses. Chanting Hare Krishna mantra. But with offensive, how to get rid of the offenses? Keep on chanting, chanting. Offenses will go away. Like a Tirupati, sometime back when Maharaj came and gave a class. The class he was telling, Once they went on Sankirtana in West. As they're doing Sankirtana, one person, he closed the ears. He closed the ears. Maharaj told other devotees, how lucky he is. Just imagine, he's closing the ears. How lucky he is. Then devotees asked, Maharaj, he's not hearing the holy name, he's closing the ears. How he can be lucky? Look at the faith in him. He knows if the holy name goes inside, he will change. He has the faith. That kind of faith I don't have. I'm hearing every day, but I'm not changing. I'm hearing every day, but I'm not changing. But he's closing his ears because he knows the holy name goes, he will change. He has that conviction. I don't have that kind of conviction. Bahujanma kare yadi Sravana Kirtana. Tavatana paya Krishna pade premadana. Bahujanma, millions of births will keep on chanting. But love of God will not come. So one has to focus and chant. The best time is morning hours is the best mode of goodness. Or evening hours also mode of goodness. This way you got to chant. So Ajamila, Amakinkara, they tried to pull him out. Vishnuduta stopped. There's a big conversation between Vishnudutas and Yamakinkaras. Yamadutas. Ajamila silently was hearing the whole thing. Sravanam. Afterwards they left. They never spoke to him. Vishnudutas never spoke to him. Yamakinkaras never spoke to him. They had a conversation, they left. Ajamila very carefully heard, oh, what a sinner I am. What a horrible thing I did. At least I heard this conversation from the pure devotees. Vishnudutas. So he immediately left the place. He got a second chance. He left the place, went to Haridwar and sat there and started chanting Nam Sankirtan, Hare Krishna Mantra, very purely. He went to a level of Shuddhanama. He purified himself. He chanted the holy name. Finally, Vimana came. The same Vishnudutas came. He offered his obeisances to them. They took him, they made him sit in the Vimana, Pushpaka Vimana, and went back to God. This is a story. A lot of details are there. I've touched it. I just touched it. This is a story of Ajahamila. Main thing is chanting. Chanting is the main thing. Srila Prabhupada was questioned. What do you get by chanting? What do you achieve? Prabhupada said, more chanting. What do we achieve? More chanting. Chanting is the means and chanting is the end. Mean and end is chanting. So we are perfect. And Prabhupada says 99% that which takes us back home, back to Godhead is chanting. Hare Krishna Mantra. 1% is all other activities. Building a temple, doing Ratha Yatra, doing so many activities, everything. 1%, 99% that which takes us back home, back to Godhead is holy name of the Lord. Once Srila Prabhupada told one of his disciples to give a public class. Prabhupada sitting, his disciple was giving a class. At one time he said, holy name is there. Krishna's name is there. Krishna is there in his name. Krishna is there in his name. Prabhupada said, stop it. Stop. Prabhupada, you're not a mistake. It's a mistake. Prabhupada said, Krishna is present in his name. Prabhupada said, that's a mistake. Why, Prabhupada? Krishna is not present in the holy name. Krishna is name. Name is Krishna. Krishna is not present in the holy name. Holy name is Krishna. The moment we understand this, Prabhupada says, one who understands there's no difference between Krishna and Krishna's name is a pure devotee. He's a pure devotee. That's all. So this is the story of Ajamila. How Ajamila, by chanting Narayana, went back to Godhead. Same thing. Principle is same. We can chant and we can go back to Godhead. There's no problem at all. Very easily one can go back to Godhead by chanting. Have full faith in the holy name. Have full faith in Guru, Sadhus and Shastras. Next we'll go to Hamsa Guhya prayers. This prayer is chanted by Prajapati Daksha. He is glorifying the Supreme Lord. Prajapati is what actually? increasing the populace, prajas, increasing the population. That's the job of the Prajapatis. That's the job given by Supreme Lord Vishnu. He has given. But actually, he was not a pure devotee. He's not a pure devotee. He was doing bhakti. He is a devotee, but not a pure devotee. If somebody is not pure, what will happen? Lot of material desires. He's trying to please the Lord. It's called Sakama Bhakta. There are two things, Akama Bhakta and Sakama Bhakta. Indra is a Sakama Bhakta. Srila Prabhupada is a Akama Bhakta or Nishkama Bhakta. No desires. He has desires how to please Krishna. That's all. Nothing else. No other desires. No other desires. Daksha was such a wonderful person, but a lot of material desires. He got the name Daksha. What is the meaning of Daksha? You can really enjoy with opposite gender. He is an expert. Daksha means expert. He is an expert in sex enjoyment. He's called Daksha, Prajapati Daksha. But he glorified the Lord very nicely, Vishnu. Why? To populate the world with nice, qualified people. So Lord Vishnu appeared in front of him after this Hamsagoya prayers with the 8 arms. Lord was dressed in yellow, beautiful garments with the nice, beautiful, shark-shaped earrings. He had a cloud, Shama complexion. And Lord knew this Daksha wanted to enjoy, at the same time want to please. Indra was same thing. You want to enjoy, want to please the Lord also. Sakama Bhaktas. So Lord awarded him. Okay, fine. Yes, you can produce. So Daksha had many children. Many, many children. We had how many children? Oh, Haryashavas. 10,000. 10,000 children he had. And all were qualified. Then Dasha told, you go. You go and perform austerities on the banks of Narayana Sarasu. So they all went and they performed wonderful austerities, tapas, on the banks of Narayana Saras. So Narada Muni comes there and sees, wow, what is such a nice brahmacharis? Such wonderful brahmacharis. And father told, Daksha told these sons, go and do tapas for what? Come and get married and increase the population. That's his service to Vishnu. Increase the population. They said, fine. They went, they did tapas. Very nice tapas. Narada Muni comes there. He sees the boys. What wonderful boys. So effulgent. So nicely they're doing tapas. But for material things. Why? These boys should waste their lives. So he tells one beautiful story. Only one story. How dangerous is this material world? That's a very big story. How dangerous is this material world? The purpose of human being is to go back to Godhead. Nothing else. This place is foreign place to us. This is a dukkhalayam shashvatam. Mamopatye punajanma dukkhalayam shashvatam. Natnunti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. After getting the human body, what we should do? Samsiddhi. Paramam gataha. Some say perfect your lives. Paramam gataha. You will come back to me. And again, these people, those who get liberated, again they'll not come back here. Why? Dukkhalayam and ashashvatam. Everything is temporary and dukkhalaya. So Haryasha was performing such nice austerities, meditation, beautifully, totally renounced. Narada Muni saw, oh my God, these boys are performing such nice, commendable austerities, simply for material creation. It was better release them from these materialistic activities, make them totally spiritual. He advised the boys, you should understand what is the ultimate goal of life. See, we all have goals. I have goal, you have goal, everybody has goal. Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita, purport, one purport, I think 2.66. Everybody should have an ultimate goal. What is the ultimate goal? How to get away from this cycle of birth and death. How to go back home, back to God. So he told them a beautiful story and advised them, how the ordinary karmis, They just work so hard and beget children and try to serve the children all their lives and suffer. They'll not do bhakti properly, or they'll not do bhakti at all. They'll not educate the children properly. So parents and the children, everybody gets entangled in cycle of birth and death. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. He gave a very simple process. Iti Shodasakam Nam Kalikalmashanashanam Nata Paratrupaya Sarvavedeshu Dishate. Especially this age of Kali, quarrel and hypocrisy. Simple process is given. Nam Kalikalmashanashanam. It can destroy all the evil effects of Kali. Very bad yuga is this. But here also, success is there by chanting the Lord's name. Iti Shodashakam Nam Kalikalmashanashanam. It will do magic, the 16 magic words. Kali Kalmashanashanam, it can smash, vanquish all the evil effects of Kali. Who says? Sarvavedeshu Dishate. Natara Paratrupaya. There is no other way. Sarvavedeshu Dishate. Conclusion of all the Vedic literatures. So he preaches to them. So Saulas, Haryashavas, they walk towards the north. They become devotees. They'll not go back to father. They'll not reach their house. When Daksha hears this, he becomes very, very angry. What is Narada has done? Such a horrible fellow. He's a devotee. What kind of a devotee is? I am doing service to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu told me to increase the population. I'm a Prajapati. I'm doing my job. Why is coming interfering? He has made everybody sannyasis and send them away. What kind of understanding he has? Okay, fine. Anyway. So this time, again, he had second batch of sons, known as Savalasvas. He told the same thing, go to Narayana Sarasu and do nice tapas and come back and get married. Be careful. Your brothers walked away, don't do that. So Savalasvas, they went to Narayana Sarasu, they are doing tapas. Again, Narada Muni comes there and sees them and tells the same story, what he told to brothers, Haryashavas. After hearing the story, again they walked away. They walked towards the north. Going towards the north means becoming devotees and go back to Godhead. So Daksha became very, very angry. Twice this Narada spoiled my children. He cursed Narada Muni. He called him all bad words, rascal and all. And he's so angry, he said, I'll curse you. You'll not have a place to stay. You'll never have a house. Narada was so fine. He took the curse as a blessing. He took it as a blessing. Yes. I don't need a place. So I can travel and preach. There's a place I'll try to settle down. Now I'll travel and preach. So Prabhupada said once, that curse has come on me also. Even I cannot stay in one place. I take the Narada Muni curse. Even I have to travel always and preach. So Prabhupada, 14 years, when he started this movement, he never stayed in one place for a long time. Only Mayapur is to stay for construction. Others always is traveling, busy traveling and preaching like Narada Muni. So this is another topic. Hamsaguya prayers. How Narada was cursed by Daksha. And we know Daksha's bhakti in the mode of ignorance. How? He performed bhakti, he's a devotee, but he performed devotional service in the mode of ignorance. How? Finally, he gets a goat head. He got a goat head. It's a big story. Dakshana Yajna. He got a goat head. After getting the goat head, he came to the mode of goodness. He started glorifying Lord Shiva. He started glorifying Lord Vishnu. So we got to perform bhakti in the mode of goodness. Dhruva Maharaj, he performed bhakti in the mode of passion. He performed bhakti in the mode of passion. So what happened? They were not happy. When Lord gave the entire Dhruva planet, he thought, what I have asked? What I asked? This is a vasa for love for Godhead, love for Krishna, serving his lotus feet. I asked in a challenging mode, I want a kingdom bigger than my grandfather, great grandfather. Look at me. He lamented. So Dhruva, the passion. Daksha, in the mode of ignorance, he performed bhakti. Prithu Maharaj is the example who performed bhakti in the mode of goodness. He performed 99 sacrifices. But Indra was stealing the sacrificial hours every time. So Lord Brahma says, oh, Prithu Maharaj, you stop it. You don't need. Why you need Ashwamedha? Why 100 sacrifices? Not necessary. He stops. So Lord Vishnu is so pleased. He comes and blesses. So one should perform bhakti in the mode of goodness. How we can perform in the mode of goodness? How we can perform devotional service in the mode of goodness? Life should be highly regulated. As Lord Krishna says in the Gita, Yukta ahara viharasya, Yukta chetasu karmashu, Yukta swapnobodhasya yoga bhakti dukkaha. One should lead a very regulated life. Regulated eating, regulated sleeping, regulated working, regulated recreation. The mind is well focused, balanced, there's a nice rhythm in life. Then it comes to mode of goodness. Yoga bhavati dukkha. When you perform bhakti in the mode of goodness, there is no dukkha. When you perform bhakti in the mode of passion, dukkha is there. If you perform bhakti in the mode of ignorance, more dukkha. I'm chanting, I'm reading, I'm doing service in the mode of ignorance. I'm suffering, tensions, stress. After coming to bhakti also, why I have to suffer like this? Why? The mode of ignorance. Bhakti in tamoguna. Bhakti in rajoguna. So bhakti should be in sattoguna. Sattoguna means rhythm is there. A beautiful flow is there. For example, you play kartal, you play mridangam. Before my lecture, the one Mataji was singing. So beautiful she was singing. I think Chorashtakam. Wow. So beautiful. Such a nice rhythm. Such a nice kartal. Mridangam softly played. Very nice it was. Like that, our life will be very smooth. There will be rhythm. Mode of passion and ignorance. We are doing bhakti. There's no rhythm. We are doing it. It's a disturbance. That's why it's so important to do bhakti in a mode of goodness. Yukta ahara viharasya, Yukta chetasya karmashu, Yukta sapnobodhasya yoga bhavati dukkha. One has to perform bhakti in a regulated way, a systematic, not haphazardly. Then we get into the modes. Next, Indra. Indra committing offense to his Guru Brihaspati. We should be very careful. That's why in the good old days, Gurukuls used to be in forest. Why forests are in the mode of goodness? Cities, villages, mode of passion. Brothels, bars, hotels in the mode of ignorance. Forest, mode of goodness. Temples, Srila Prabhupada said, transcendental, no modes. Because deities are there. Holy name is there. Bhagavatam is there. Tulsi is there. Sadhus are there. Krishna Katha is there. Temples. Like when you all come together in your place, Kanayadesh, chant together, worship together, is a transcendental activity. Yoga Maya pervades. When the devotees come together and do Sankirtana, there will be Yoga Maya. No Mahamaya. Grama Katha pervaded by Mahamaya. When devotees do Sankirtana or discuss Bhagavatam, is pervaded by Yoga Maya. That's the beauty of Sankirtana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtana means caring for each other. Kirtana means I do myself. Sankirtana means you, me, and we. Together let's call out Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Let's call out Krishna's name together. I care for you, you care for me. We all care for Krishna, to love him. And Krishna will care for us. That is Sankirtana Yajna. But here, Indra sitting in this palace, Amaravati. Beautiful kirtans were going on, glorifying him, Vedic mantras, fanning him with the peacock feathers and charmers. Beautiful damsels dancing. So many. A wife sitting next to him, Sachidevi. He was totally intoxicated with pride. When his guru, Brihaspati, walks in, he doesn't care. In her call, Guru Maharaj, come sit down. No, no one wishes him. So Guru says, oh my God, he's really puffed up. He'll not say anything, he'll just walk away. Once Guru is displaced, everything is gone. Guruvina Gulaman Agavatanaga, Doreyadanna Mugati, Paripari Shastra Odidirenu, Verthavaitu Bhakati. Nuraru Purana Mugisidalla, Nariya Bhoga Bintavilla, Guruvina Gulaman Agavatanaga, Doreyadanna Mugati. The great poet from Karnataka, he says. Unless one becomes a slave, not servant, slave to a guru, my dear brother, there is no liberation. Paripari Shastra Odidirenu Verthavaitu Bhakati. Reading the Shastras again and again, it will not help you. It's waste. Nariya Bhoga Vitrilla, no woman, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a brahmachari, I'll not look at woman. No use. Nurar Purana Mugisidalla. Hundreds of Puranas I've read, I study everything. No use. Unless one becomes a slave to Guru. Tadviti Pranipatena, Pariprishnena Sevaya. Ubadakshantate Gnanam, Gnanina Satadarshanaha. Important three principles Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Tadviti Pranipatena, Pariprishnena Sevaya. Pranipatena, Pariprishnena Sevaya. First, Guru means submissiveness. The humble mood. Ask questions. Then Guru will educate us. Sevaya, do service. Do service. Humble mood you should approach. Without humility, there is no Guru Bhakti. There is no Krishna Bhakti. These three principles. Then their Guru is a Tattvadarshi. Tattvadarshana. He will give shows Tattvadarshana. So like that. But here what he did actually, he committed very, very big offense. Very big offense he committed. He never respected his guru, he walked away. Then he realized his mistake. Oh my God, what I have done. I am the king of the demigods, all the devatas. We are supposed to be, I am supposed to be in the mode of goodness. I became so proud. Why I became so proud? Opulence. With his opulence, with his wealth, my polluted, my false ego was polluted. So this, what is this kind of taken? Why you want this kind of riches when the false ego is increasing, disrespecting great people? I don't want this. He repented, but it's already late. I condemn my wealth, my opulence, my name, fame, everything. But it's late. Already Brihaspati is gone. So Prabhupada says, according to the laws of nature, when one is extremely opulent, one becomes degraded. Degraded individually or collectively. So material opulence leads to pride. There was a sadhu. He walked into a palace. It's a story, small story. He walked into a palace. He went straight to the king. King said, oh sadhu, please come. Sadhu said, I need a help. Please tell me, how can I serve you? And sadhu said, I want to stay in your chowdhury for 3 days. King said, oh sadhu, you can stay, but don't call my palace as chowdhury. Don't call my palace as chowdhury. You can stay. Don't call my palace as a chowdhury. Understand, sadhu? Sadhu said, thank you. I would like to stay only 3 days in your chowdhury. Sadhu, again you are saying chowdhury. This is not chowdhury, it's my palace. That's okay. Just 3 days I'll stay in your chowdhury. Again you're saying chowdhury. How you can say chowdhury? This is my palace. Then sadhu says, before you, who was there in this palace? My father. Where is he? He's gone. Where gone means he's dead and gone. Okay. Before your father, who was staying in this palace? My grandfather. Where is he? He is gone. Before your grandfather who was staying here, my great grandfather. Where is he? He is gone. Just imagine a place where people come and go. What you call that place as? Chowdhury or an inn, where people come and go. So is it wrong to call your palace as a chowdhury? You are there for some time, you are gone. King said, I'm very sorry. I understand. You taught me a lesson. You taught me a lesson. Pride with happiness. When Alexander came to India, he went because his guru told, try to observe Indian sadhus. They're very special. So he's studying Indian sadhus. He goes to a small kutir, enters a sadhu's house. Kutir, sadhu's kutir. Nothing is there. Sadhu is sitting and chanting mantras on his piece. Alexander says, you see, everywhere in the hut, nothing is there. Only one small pot, water pot. Nothing else is there. Then Alexander says to Sadhu, oh, Sadhu, you don't have anything. What you want? I can furnish your house very nicely. Your kuti, whatever you want, I'll get you. And you don't have anything. I'm very sorry, you don't have anything. Then the Sadhu tells Alexander, even you don't have anything. What do you have? Nothing you have. Alexander says, I'm traveling. I'm traveling. I'm on travel. Sadhu says, even I'm traveling. I'm on travel. Then he comes to your senses. Oh, he's also traveling. Sadhu is saying, soul travels. Everybody, every one of us, we're all traveling. Why this happiness? Why this pride? For what? For some time we are here and we are gone. Sometime we are here and we are gone. But so much drama in between. So much drama in between. So one should be very careful. We will not be very gross like Indra. Indra's activity suffers very gross, but ours can be very subtle pride, false egos. So we have to come out from this. Why this false ego is there? Moods, little moods. The pride, why is there? Little moods. Trigunya Vishaya Veda. Trigunya Vishaya Veda. Veda is full of trigunas. Trigunya Vishaya Veda. This Trigunya Bhavarjuna. This Trigunya. Raise above these three modes. What happens the moment we raise from the modes? What happens? Nirdvanda. We'll become free from duality. Is my friend, is my enemy. Honor, dishonor, happiness, distress. It's all nothing to do with us. Anartha Upashamam Saksha is a super phrase. This is the mind job, mind game. Actually, it's not there. Mind game it is. Anartha Upashamam Saksha. Bhakti Yoga Adokshaje. The moment you do Bhakti Yoga, Adokshaje, Krishna is not gone. Everything's gone. Shoka, Moha, Bhaya, Apaya. Shoka is gone, lamentation. Moha, illusion is gone. Bhaya, fear is gone. So Lord says, Trigunya Vishaya Veda, this Trigunya Bhavajana, raise above, these three modes. Nirdvanda, it will become from Dvanda, duality. Nitya Satso, you'll be situated in the self. I'm not the body, I'm a soul. Yoga, Kshema Atmava, then you don't look for material safety. You don't look for material profit. Here, whatever the profit is a loss. You have to leave everything and go. What safety is there? When birth, death, old age, disease is there, where's the question of safety? Death is the way safety. So Lord says, Yoga Kshema Atmava, be situated in the self. You understand in Atma, don't look for material safety. Don't look for material profit. This is very important. This is very, very important. Trigunya Vishaya Veda. So Indra committed an aparadha. So we should be very careful not to commit aparadhas. Let it be a Nama aparadha, Vaishnava aparadha, Dhamma aparadha, Seva aparadha. And of all the four aparadhas, Vaishnava aparadha is the grave thing. You know, many pastors. Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasana passed away. When you commit offense to the devotee, sometimes, you know, or petty things we misunderstand each other. So much we get disturbed among the devotees. Always fighting mood. Prabhupada says, neophyte fight. Neophytes fight. The fighting mood is too much. Including me. All of us. So, this is very, very important to come. Why? We lack the knowledge. The importance of the devotees, how important they are. He has given life to Krishna. So Indra never knew the value of Brihaspati's guru. So what happened? He has to pay the price. He paid the price. He really paid the price. He lost everything to Bali Chakravarti. Finally, his mother, Aditi, she cried and she did tapas. Then Lord Vamanadeva comes and gives everything back to Indra. But he glorifies Bali Chakravarti. Indra gets Amaravati, but Bali Maharaj gets Sutala planet. Better than Amaravati. Because such a devotee. Trained by Prahlad Maharaj. That is Bali Chakravarti. So like this, one should be very, very careful. You know. And next is Vrutrahasura. This conclusion. Who is Vrutrahasura? Chitraketu Maharaj in one birth. And he had 1 crore wives. Can you imagine? 1 crore wives he had. And each wife had 10 Sakhis, servants. Imagine what's the population? More than Bombay. Bombay population, more than that. You know, only his wives only. I mean, what kind of management? But no children. And he gets the blessing from Angira Muni, as well as child, but name him as Arshashoka. Arshashoka, happiness, the son will give you happiness and distress. So, Chitraketu thought, fine, it's better to have a son who gives some sadness, distress, some happiness, than no son at all. But we know the story, son dies. Then he becomes, afterwards, he gets initiated by Narada Muni. He gets the blessings of Sankarsana. He becomes Vidyadhara. Vidyadhara again, the past time, gets cursed by Parvati Devi. He becomes a demon Vrutrahasura. He's got a demon body, huge body, with a huge tusk, everything like horns, everything, Rakshasa. But Mahabhagavata. He's a Rakshasa, but Mahabhagavata. Exalted. So he takes birth to fight with Indra. When Indra kills a Brahmana, his guru, Vishwarupa. So Twasta performs Yajna. Vishwarupa's father performs Yajna, Twasta. When he performs Yajna, mantra ucharana, while chanting, he wrongly chants, and Vrutrahasura takes birth. So the big fight in Vrutrahasura and Indra. There's another character is there, Dadichi Muni. Because it's not possible to kill Vrutrahasura. They approach Vishnu. Vishnu says, you take the backbone from Dadichi Muni. I'll empower it. That's the Vajrayuda. Imagine Dadichi Muni, Indra goes, sir, I want Dhana. What Dhana you want? I want your backbone. Can you imagine? Backbone, my backbone. That means I have to die. Yes, sir, you have to die. What's the purpose? He explains. Then before giving the backbone, before dying, he'll first check him. Is he qualified? Spiritual questions. Indra gets qualified. Then Dadichi Muni, with his yogic power, releases the body, and the backbone he takes and gives to Vishnu. Vishnu empowers it. That is Vajrayuda, thunderbolt. The big fight between Vrutrahasura and Indra. One time, Vrutrahasura throws the mace, trident. Indra falls down from the Airavata. Airavata is fallen down, Indra is fallen down. The Vajrayuda is fallen down. That time, Vrutrahasura says, Indra is thinking, how I can fight with this demon? It's so powerful. Then Vrutrahasura says, oh Indra, get up. Get up and fight. You have been blessed by Lord Vishnu. You're going to defeat me, you're going to kill me. And you're going to stay here in this middle world and you rot. You rot in this middle world, but myself, I'll go back to Godhead and I'll serve my Lord. Oh, Indra, you should understand, ultimate thing is devotional service. Indra shout, who is this person speaking so nicely? Who is this Maha Bhagavata? Oh my God, such a Bhagavata is. In the battlefield, like Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, like he's preaching to me. Then Dhritarashtra says, don't worry. Come on, fight. You'll kill me. You're going to kill me now. But let's fight. But I'll go back to Godhead. You stay here and suffer. Finally, they fight. And Indra kills Dhritarashtra. 1,000 years to cut his neck. 1,000 years it takes. Dhritarashtra goes back to Godhead. Indra staying here, suffering. So these are the some of the pastimes. And I just, whatever I just said, correct something I told. Okay, Manibhushan Prabhu. So I'll stop here. It's already 10:35 Indian time, IST.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Very sorry for keeping you late night today. It was a very wonderful explanation and stories. It was very nice. We are very fortunate to hear from you. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Anybody is having any question? One or two questions we can.
Welcome.
Anybody is having any question? Please ask now.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandvat pranams to you and all assembled here. Very, very happy to see you, Prabhuji.
That was Mataji.
Dandvat, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is regarding Narada Muni. Actually, when Daksha Prajapati is interested with the service of creating progeny, and with that intention, before they get into that, he's sending his sons to Narayan Saras for performing the austerities which is required as brahmacharis.
Exactly.
So, well, yeah, but I mean, how do we take, like, Narada Muni goes and converts them and tells them don't get into householder life, it is a waste, but then that is also disrupting this. This order has come from the Lord himself through Brahmaji, that the procreation has to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how do we understand this, Prabhuji?
Very good
Thank
question.
you, Hare Krishna.
Very good question. Because Prajapati was a devotee and the service given by Lord. Narada Muni also a devotee, service given by Lord. And with the service, which is the best service? Which is the best service? Going back home. The purpose of having a human body is go back home, back to Godhead. So that's service done by Narada Muni. Always Narada Muni service is always higher than Daksha. Daksha is a Prajapati. Prajapati just have children, keep on increasing the population, that's his service. But Narada Muni service is simply increase the population for what? To suffer in this material world. But Narada Muni comes and liberates everybody, sends them back home, back to Godhead, which is preferred. Just keep on increasing the children. As we increase the children, but Narada Muni should deliver them. Narada Muni should deliver them actually. You see. The purpose of human being is to go back to Godhead. Animals cannot. Beasts, insects, birds cannot. So Narada Muni service is greater. Both the service is given by Lord Vishnu, Krishna. But Narada Muni service is always pleases the Lord more. Because they're going back to Lord. But the Daksha service, they get entangled here in this material world. The service, no doubt, is a service Prajapati. But he's not a pure devotee. He's not a pure devotee. But Narada Muni is a pure devotee, Maha Bhagavata. Lord is always with the Maha Bhagavatas. What Maha Bhagavatas they do, that's what Lord wants. Lord and Maha Bhagavatas, they're always on the one page. But Daksha, you had a desire to enjoy. Fine, you be a Prajapati. Narada Muni had a desire to liberate the world. Fine, you be a Maha Bhagavata. You got it, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Dandvat Prabhu.
Thank you for the wonderful narration of Srimad Bhagavatam, and hearing from pure devotees like you, it's a good fortune. Prabhu, one instant which bewilders, like conditioned souls like me, like the both are great devotees, as you said, but Chitraketu got cursed by Mother Parvati.
Yeah.
Whereas Lord Shiva and Chitraketu, they both hear the glories of the Lord from Sankarshana.
Yes.
So they are as good as like a god brothers, in an equal position.
They're God brothers, yes.
They're god brothers. So, but Mother Parvati, see, Mother Parvati also such an exalted devotee of the Supreme Lord. And how to understand this, Prabhu? Even in such a exalted position, people, if we can understand like Vasishta and Vishwamitra, they had a fight and that went for thousands of years, that we can understand. But personality like Uma, Parvati, and Chitraketu, they are offending means what to speak of us, a conditioned soul. So how to take it, how to digest it, or what is it the Lord's Leela, or what is the lesson that we have to learn from it?
You get the answer. Is Lord's Leela. Is Prabhupada comments that in the purport actually.
Okay.
Prabhupada says ultimately it's Lord's arrangement.
Okay.
The next he will become a Mahabhagavata to go back to Godhead. Vidyadhara means again heavenly planet. Heavenly planet is a great devotee, no doubt. But Chitraketu, Vidyadhara, then Rudrasura. Rudrasura is a Mahabhagavata. And the pastime has to continue. Beautiful pastime has to happen. So it's Lord's arrangement. Parvati was inspired by the Lord to say that, to curse him. But he doesn't take the curse. He offers obeisance and walks away. Then Lord Shiva tells Parvati, see, look at him. This is the way Vaishnava behaves. Even though he cursed him, look at him, so nicely, he's taken it, so nicely he's walking away. So either it's Lord's arrangement,
Yes.
At the same time, Srila Prabhupada comments this also. There's a lesson to learn there. He tells about the woman. Women are like that. They're not, they make very fast judgments. You see. They don't contemplate, reflect much. Prabhupada comments that also actually. So ultimately, the pastime Gurthasra has to take and has to. Of course, these offenses are there. Offenses will be there. But this Bhagavatam, that is not an offense actually. It's a Lord's Leela. But in our cases, it's all offense. We commit a lot of small offenses, big offenses, all kinds of offenses we do. And what happens? Our progress in bhakti is checked. It becomes slow. Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Raman Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful narration, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, may I add that this can be compared with Lord's arrangement of Jai Vijaya stopping Kumaras or Parikshit made to put the dead snake from the neck of Shamiga, something like. Such behaviors also were never expected.
Definitely. Almost like that. Yes, no doubt about it.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else?
Hare Krishna. If there is no questions, we can conclude. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu, you can give out of thanks to Prabhuji because today is your turn at your home. The program is going to happen. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu or Shibu Prabhu is there. Shibu Prabhu, you can give out of thanks to Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Prabhu.
Okay, no problem. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu is there. Okay. Asimanda Prabhu, please do the vote of thanks.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam Prabhuji.
Hello, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. It was a wonderful class today, and many points where, especially you glorified the holy name. It was nice and wonderful to hear, and you given many instructions to follow us about the holy name and offenses, which is like you pointed out that Vaishnava Prada is one of the topmost, and all of the others actually also we have to not to do, but like these many points you pointed out, and which is an instruction for all of us to follow in our sadhana bhakti. Also, we'll thank you for Prabhuji for your time, because it is late night in for you in India. But you expected our invitation, and thanks for that also. And it was an enlightened class. Prabhuji, in future also we may request you, but maybe not late nights.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Prabhuji will chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra as for wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We'll meet again. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
We will
Hare
be
Krishna.
continuing with Arati and reading Bhagavad
please.
Gita 15th chapter.
Have a nice time.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
His Grace, Revati Raman Prabhu ki.
Pancha kalpatarubyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava ki jai. Bhagavatam ki jai. Purusottam ki jai. His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Sravanam Pranam.
Prabhuji, you can switch on your videos. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu and Shibu Prabhu. Start the Arati.
Srimad Mataji can start the Chaurashtakam. Resha Mataji, Madhya Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anutta Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, Mataji, starting the Chaurashtra, Mataji. Prabhu.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna.
വീഡിയോ ഓൺ ചെയ്യണേ. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu, please switch on your video.
പ്രഭുവിന്റെ വീഡിയോ ഓൺ ചെയ്യില്ല. ഹരേഷ്
സുന്ദർ പ്രഭുവിന്റെ ക്യാമറ എന്നാ പ്രഭു.
Sundar Prabhu, okay, okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
नमो विष्णुवार परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतस्त्री श्रीमद् अभय चरणानंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतस्त्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद आनंद गौरी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। मायापुर धाम की, नवदीप धाम की, अयोध्या धाम की, मथुरा धाम की, ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। नीलाचल क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मई की जय, यमुना मई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय, समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री श्री पुरुषोत्तम भगवान की जय। श्री पुरुषोत्तम अभिगमास की जय। श्री चौराष्टकम की जय। श्रीला विल्लमंगल ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द समृद्धि बॉडी, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द समृद्धि बॉडी, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द समृद्धि बॉडी, ऑल ग्लोरीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री श्री गुरुवान, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय गौरव प्रेमानंद।
गोवर्धनधरं वन्दे, गोवर्धनधरं वन्दे, गोपालं गोपरूपिणम् गोपालं गोपरूपिणं गोकुलोत्सवमे ईशानं गोविन्दं गोपिकाप्रियं गोवर्धनधरं वन्दे गोपालं गोपरूपिणं गोकुलोत्सवमे ईशानं गोविन्दं गोपिकाप्रियं वन्दे नमः घनश्यामं विभुजं मुरलीधरं पीताम्बरधरं देवं शारदं पुरुषोत्तमं वन्दे नमः घनश्यामं विभुजं मुरलीधरं पीताम्बरधरं देवं शारदं पुरुषोत्तमं वन्दे नमः घनश्यामं विभुजं मुरलीधरं पीताम्बरधरं देवं पुरुषोत्तमं श्री भगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदस्यं राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अदर्शोऽहं जगताशाखा पुनः प्रवर्ता विषयप्रवाला दशमूला अनुसन्धानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके लभ्यते ज्ञातो न चाति न प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुयोगमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण धृतेन चित्ता नरपदं तत्परिमार्गव्यम्
अक्षरादभिचोत्तमः अदोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथिता पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेव सम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् सर्वविदितमः सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ एतत् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् भारत ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे पुरुषोत्तम योग नाम पंचदशोऽध्यायः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. Today is the 15th day of month of Purusottam. Purusottam Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The month is particular time that comes every few years, where the Lord manifests Himself, manifests special opportunity to reconnect with Him. Just like the month of Kartik is considered to be the specially blessed by Srimadi Radharani to give devotion for any spiritual activities we perform during that month, Purusottam is the special month that the Supreme Personality of Godhead presides over, and in this month, very special opportunities, whatever devotional activities are sincerely performed, Krishna will give special reciprocation and special increased benefits just to give opportunities, give us the opportunities. So today, Arati recitation and Chaurashtakam and Bhagavad Gita was in two places. That is Anuttama Gopal Prabhu and Mavati Radhadevi Mataji and Enrique, and Shibu Prabhu and Sunita Mataji's house in Abbasya. We will pray to the Supreme Lord for their spiritual progress. Anuttama Prabhu, Himavati Mataji and daughter, and Shibu Prabhu, Sunita Mataji, Shraddhi, and Sudev. We have to chant Supreme Lord for their spiritual progress for 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, today is annual day for DT installation at Anuttam Gopal Prabhu. Today is the second anniversary of DT installation at Anuttam Gopal Prabhu. So you can chant for that also.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Prabhuji offered Chappan Bhog and all. We can see that also if it is still available. Anuttam Gopal Prabhu Chappan Bhog edutho alla still available.
Hare Krishna, Manibhushan Prabhuji, Danda Pranam. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. God, Prabhuji.
പ്രഭുജി ഒരു അനൗൺസ്മെന്റ് ഉണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ ശ്രീരാഗ് പ്രഭുവിന്റെ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് സുഖമില്ല. പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കണം.
അവിടെ എക്കോ വരുന്ന ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറയൂ. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മൈക്ക് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറയൂ. ഓക്കെ, സദാനന്ദ പ്രഭുവിന്റെ പറയൂ. ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ, യു ക്യാൻ ടോക്ക് ഓൺ സദാനന്ദ പ്രഭുസ് മൈക്ക്.
ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ പ്രഭുജി, ദണ്ഡപ്രണാം പ്രഭുജി. നമ്മുടെ ശ്രീരാഗ് പ്രഭുജിയുടെ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് സുഖമില്ലാതെ ഇരിക്കുവാണ്. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരോടും ഒന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കാനായിട്ട് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. പെട്ടെന്നുള്ള സുഖപ്രാപ്തിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എല്ലാവരും ഒരുമിച്ച് ഭഗവാനോടൊന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കാനായിട്ട് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഓക്കെ, പറയൂ.
പ്രഭുജി.
Yeah, our Srirag Prabhu's mother is admitted in hospital, so please.
Not admitted in hospital, Prabhuji. Motherji getting some problem. Motherji was a heart person. Now have some problem, Prabhuji. But because of Corona, they are not admitted in hospital.
Hare Krishna, Manibhushan Prabhu.
Pray together.
Hare Krishna, 1 minute, Prabhuji. I did not hear. Who is this Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Srirag Prabhu, our Sri Krishna Bhagavan Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So please, all devotees, please pray for Mataji's speedy recovery. We will all together, we will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare.
Hare Krishna. Any other announcements? Okay, tomorrow morning we will have Bhagavatam class at 9:30.
9:30.
And Prabhuji, tomorrow who is taking the class? Yugana Prabhu?
Prabhu, I had given the slogan number. So when I asked yesterday, you told that it is arranged. So he might have done something.
Yeah, already arranged. Shivagana Prabhu is there.
Prabhu is there. Yes. So Prabhu might have arranged from devotees.
Yeah,
Prabhu may be taking.
9:30, one visiting devotee is taking the class in the morning, and evening, as usual, 7 o'clock we have Purusottam Prasad Prabhu.
Yes.
The class.
Yes.
Evening class will be taken by Purusottam Prasad Prabhu. So please join at 7 o'clock, all the devotees. Thank you very much for all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for coordinating program on every day, Prabhu.